The Goods and Services Tax Network or GSTN has released a new advisory on 25th February 2023 allowing all the goods transport agencies or GTA to opt for paying tax or GST on a forward charge basis via a window called Annexure V on the GST portal. Hi, I'm Annapurna from Team Clear, and in this video I will explain in detail about what this new facility is about and who can opt for a forward charge basis, what is the impact of making a choice by the goods transport agencies. Annexure V has gone live on the GST portal for all those taxpayers who are into the services of goods transport agencies. So this particular form is to be filled by those GTAs who wish to actually pay tax or GST on a forward charge basis, which means in their invoice that they raise on their recipient, they are actually collecting GST and depositing it with the government. So in such cases, they have two options. One, they can actually charge 5% GST without any ITC or input tax credit claim and deposit it with government. Another option is that they can charge 12% GST and then collect it from the recipients and then deposit it with the government while also claiming input tax credit. So these are the two options available under the forward charge basis. If they do not opt to pay tax on a forward charge basis, they automatically will have to come under reverse charge mechanism, wherein the recipient will have to pay tax to the government. So this update comes in line with the CGST rate notification 3/2022 that was notified on 13th July 2022, wherein the government announced that the forward charge mechanism option will be available for all the GTAs under both the option, that is 5% without ITC and 12% with ITC. So with this notification, the government had to go live anytime sooner, allowing the taxpayers to submit this declaration in Annexure V on the GST portal. So this facility has now gone live for the financial year 2023-24, which means that the GTAs will have to submit this declaration in Annexure V by 15th of March 2023, declaring that they will go in for a forward charge payment of GST for the entire upcoming financial year, that is 2023-24. So if you are a GTA, then you will have to make sure to log into the GST portal and then navigate to services. Under that, you will find an option opting forward charge payment by GTA Annexure V button under the User Services tab. You have to click onto that and then make the declaration, submit it. With this, you have told the GSTN or GST network that you will be opting for a forward charge basis of GST payment. Along with this declaration, what you'll have to do is every time you raise a bill or invoice, you will have to mention or rather submit another declaration called Annexure 3, wherein you will have to mention in that you are now registered under GST, as well as you have opted for a forward charge basis of GST payment, so that the recipient knows or is well aware that the GST is being collected from that recipient and deposited with the government, so that the recipient need not pay any other additional taxes. So you can see on your screen this Annexure 3 as it's displayed. Let us explore how this Annexure 5 looks like. So the form is named as Form for exercising the option by a goods transport agency or GTA for payment of GST on GTA services supplied by him under forward charge before the commencement of a financial year, to be submitted before the jurisdictional GST authority. Hence, this declaration is going to be addressed to your respective jurisdictional GST officer. So it will be dated and there's going to be a reference number, and it's going to have two simple declarations. The first one being IOB, that is the name of the person, is an authorized representative of such and such an organization, have taken registration or have applied for registration and hereby undertake to pay GST on GTA services in relation to transportation of goods supplied by us during the financial year so and so, which is 2023-24 under forward charge in accordance with section 9 subsection 1 of CGST Act, and to comply with respective provisions of the Act, as they apply to a person liable to pay tax in relation to supply of any goods or services. That's the first part of it. The second part of the declaration is that the taxpayer understands that this option, once exercised, cannot be or shall not be allowed to be changed within a period of 1 year from the date of such exercising his option, and it will remain valid till the end of the financial year for which it is exercised. So please note this carefully, that once you exercise this option as a GTA to pay tax on a forward charge basis, whether it is 5% without ITC or 12% with ITC, you will not be allowed to change this option in between the financial year. So you will have to use this option from April 2023 up to March 2024. And note that each time you raise tax invoice, you will have to submit along with it an Annexure 3. It's a sort of a declaration being given to your respective recipient that you are registered under GST and you're paying tax on a forward charge basis, and you're collecting tax from such recipient and depositing it with the government. Further, this declaration will have a mention of the legal name, GSTN, PAN number, and it must be signed by the authorized signatory or authorized representative with the full address of GTA. Let us now understand the impact of making a choice here as a GTA. So a GTA will have different choices, right? They'll have either a choice of going for forward charge basis under 5% without ITC claim or 12% with ITC claim, or they have an option to go for reverse charge basis. Now, if they go for forward charge, they will have to keep certain things in mind. Now, suppose you are a GTA and you have a very good compliant vendor base. In that case, you are assured of the input tax credit that's available to you. Then it's best to go for a 12% charge under forward charge. So basically, you can collect 12% GST and deposit it with government by claiming input tax credit because you have a good compliant vendor base. Whereas if you are having not a very good compliant, or rather less compliant or non-compliant vendor base mostly whom you're dealing with, in that case it is best to go for 5% GST under forward charge. This is because you will not be allowed to claim input tax credit if you're charging 5% as GST in your sales invoice. So that would be a most best option in such cases. Further, you can also say that if it's a regulated industry or sector that you're dealing with comprising of vendors, then in that case it's best to go for a 12% charge. Otherwise, it's best to go for a 5% GST charge. We have now come to the end of this video. If you have any doubts about this advisory related to GTA, a new facility available for GTA, then please do post your comments and then we'll get back to you as soon as possible. Please do give a thumbs up to this video if you like it, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more such interesting videos on GST, e-invoicing, e-way bills and much more. Thank you.